Alright, got my piece here in the Alright, welcome to a new video. In this video we're going to be doing some leather working. We're going to be making a new set of Welders arm guards out of leather. I made this once before. This is the first one I ever did. Came out alright. I ended up doing it to full size like the template has set up here. I got this from tactemplates.com, and as you can see, the three pieces go together to form this one larger piece, which is what I did the first time, but this welder's arm guard that I made the first time is obviously too big, and I'm going to shorten it up a little bit and go a little smaller. I knocked off about 3 inches, 3 to 3.5 inches on either side. As you can see the difference here in how short it is. The leather that I'm using is just it's about 7 or 8 ounce veg stand, nothing big, but this is leather that I've had sitting around a long time. As you can see, it's kind of damaged. It's got some stain and stuff in it there, but I'm not too worried about that because I just started a new welder's job, and these are pretty much going to get pretty beat up, but I'd like to have a new set to use. I decided to change up my design a little bit. I happened to be in my local Tandy Leather the other day, and I came across this free carving pattern. This was done by D2 Leatherwork. His name's Dominic Davis, and he used it for this large wallet kit, and I decided that I could probably use it on my arm guard here, so I downloaded it, construed it a little bit on my computer, made it a little bit bigger. As you can see here, I made a outline of the inside of the arm pad here, and then I traced it onto this film, and then moved it over to this and traced it onto here. Worked out good, I think. And then I came up with this cursive D that I added on to the piece, so that's what I'm going to go with. And then still not sure what I'm going to do inside of these yet, but like I said, it'll either be the crosshatch or it'll just be a basket weave. So we'll go ahead and do some more work here. Alright, I got the back of my pieces taped up, and we do that just so when you tool these, it doesn't stretch the leather out too much, and it'll hold its shape better. I already cut this one out. As you can see, it's got the tape. It's just blue painter's tape across the back. People use all kinds of stuff to clear packaging tape I've seen people use, but I like to use this because it doesn't stick as bad to the leather. Got another one here that I got to finish cutting out, and we do that right now. I just use a normal box cutter to do this. Blade all the way out, and make sure that you get low onto these so you don't cut into your leather, because if you do that, you're just going to mess up the whole entire thing. So go slow. It's just blue painter's tape. Doesn't take much to cut this up. And doesn't take much to cut into your leather either, so be very careful when you do this. Alright, there's both of those cut out, ready to go. Ready to get some tooling done now. Alright, we got our piece taped up, ready to be tooled up here. Just one other bit, I am not a professional in leatherworking. I've only been dabbling in this for about 2 years. Probably over the last 8 months to a year have I really gotten better at what I'm doing. I learned by watching a lot of videos on YouTube myself, specifically through like Don Gonzalez out of DG Salvery. He's out of Texas. Chuck Dorset. He does a lot of good videos, a lot of tips and tricks through that guy. And last but not least is Aaron Heiser out of Maker's Leather Supply. I've learned a lot from those three watching their videos. So I'm going to do a bevel just to the inside of this borderline right here, on this here, and over here also, using this beveling stamp. I got this piece cased up, ready to go, but casing the leather is basically just using different ways to do it, but just using a spray bottle, spray it up a little bit here. this was one of the pieces that, this is one of the parts of leatherworking that took me a little bit to learn how to do properly, or figure out what works for me as far as casing goes. So there you go, you can see it's darkened up. You can see the wet spot starting to, the leather soaking up the water. But what you want to do is get that done, and as you can see I did this one a few minutes ago. And it's starting to get its color back to the lighter colors in there, so this is about ready to go for me to start stamping. So I'll move the camera over and you guys can get a better view of how I do that. Alright, I'll be using one of my set of 4 bevels here. As you can see, there's a few different sizes. I'm going to be going with the big one because this is just one long outline from the outside. When I get to doing my beveling on the piece here on the inside, I'll get to using the smaller stuff to get inside of these little areas and stuff down the line, but for now we're just going to go with this one, and I'll do a little bit of the lines here in regular speed, and then I'll fast forward the video up so you guys don't have to sit there and listen for this whole thing to go through. And this is just a Berry King, I actually don't know what ounce this is. I think it's a 14 ounce mallet to do this. So we'll start down here on this straight line. As you can see, I just did this line down here. Just gives it a small little impression. Alright, here we go. Let's keep going. Where is my weight? Oh, right here. Alright, got that one done. Only part about doing 2 things at the same time is now I got to do the other one. But there you go. That's that started. Do the other one next. Alright. There's both of them. Got the outside edges beveled up. Now I'm going to start working on the insides. Alright, next I'm going to do the basket weave inside of these. I decided to just go with that, it's easy enough. But I need to make my starting line, which I'm just going to do from corner to corner here. It's going to be wrapped around my arm. You're not going to be able to see most of this anyways, so, but I want to do something in there. So I'll just take my straight edge, draw a simple little line there to there. Just like that. Do the same thing on this side. Bada bing. Going with a larger, just simple angled basket weave, nothing too big about it. I'm going to start with the outside. Make sure your lines are on those 2 lines. Start anywhere you want on this line as long as the 2 points are touching. Here we go. Alright, there's that first section done, and once I do the outside border stamp, it'll cover up the rest of these empty spaces. It's going to look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these off camera, and then I'll come through and do the border on that one. Alright, there's both of those done, tooled up. Now I got to finish the outside edges, which I will do one of again. Alright, I'm going to do the edge around here with my little clam style border stamp. I don't know where I got this thing from, but it is number D436. No idea where it came from, but this is my favorite one. I use it a lot. So I'm going to focus on these corners first because that's where people's eyes usually go. So you always want to get those, usually get those in order first anytime you do this. And then you can work your way in as you go. Alright, that's the first border done. Now I'll do the rest of them off camera. Alright, I'm going to get my flower centers done here. I don't know where I even got this flower center from. It says Hide Crafter. I don't even know where I got that from. I have no clue where this. That's funny. Anyways, give her a good cup of wax here. And I'm going to do a little center lining here with my lighter mallet. We fix up my set my flower there. Alright, now I'm going to do my lifters, or undercuts they call them. These are all Berry Kings. I got the 5 different sizes. I'm going to use these to get up underneath the petals to basically lift these up to make them look more 3D. And I can just kind of go through and find the areas that I want to use these that they'll fit, depending on where they're at. Probably need that one. Alright, now I'm going to move on to my crowners. These are Berry Kings. I got a small, medium, and a large. And these are just basically going to be getting around for the
round ends here where I just did to kind of get those beveled down. It's a little bit easier than having to try and use my, but you're only going to want to use the ones that fit. And obviously in certain areas the small ones will work, some areas the big ones are going to work. It just depends on where you got to find where they fit. There we go. Alright, I was going to be done for tonight, but my back pills seem to be kicking in and I'm feeling a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead, at the very least, I'm going to bevel the outside of my floral work here. I got my 4 different size bevelers that I'm going to choose from to do what I got to do. Probably start with a second one in and just pick a point and start going. Alright. Ooh, that's the outside tooled for that. I'm going to wet this one up, do the same thing for this one. Hopefully, when I get off work tomorrow, I'll feel good enough and I can get the insides tooled too. That'd be nice. Alright, gonna finish up some tooling here. Hopefully I can get this done tonight. I already got the first one tooled up pretty decently. There's a little bit of work to do on that, but get back after this one. Alright, I'm going to start going over and doing all the interior stuff, repair shaders, leaf liners, things like that. Oh man, my back is killing me. Alright, I gotta stop. Alright, I already finished up my first piece here. Did the small cuts, did the backgrounding here in this, did the backgrounding around the whole outside of here and around the D. So I got to do it one more time on this one. So let's get started on that. I'll be using all kinds of things like I did before. A couple of different pear shader sizes. Mule's foot, regular bevelers, all the fun stuff. Man, alright, now I'm going to bevel around the D. Get that going. Okay. Ooh. Man, my back is hurting. Alright. Now I'm going to do the background in here around the D and around the outside of my flowers there. This is a 3-set backgrounding setup that I have. Obviously the big, medium, and then you get the small one for inside of the little areas. Pretty much don't even need the big one in this. I can get it done with just this one. Takes a little bit longer, but I like the way it looks. This one came out pretty good, I think, so I'm just going to stick with these two for now. Man, I think that would do it. Go back over a little bit, see if there's any areas that can get a little bit more done. Alright, I think that'll do for that. I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to hit the background on these, which is basically just around the flowers, these little areas. I'll background those and that should be it for tooling. Alright, for the last bit of stamping here, I'm going to do the backgrounder. This is just a 5-dot backgrounder. Again, no idea where this came from. Well, this is an old Barry King. Alright, Aunt Susan. She had an old Barry King. I didn't even know this was a Barry King. Nice. Alright. Well, just going to get inside these sections here, inside the flowers, and knock those down. And that'll be the end of this tooling piece. So, here we go. I think that's almost it, except for this little pair right here that I forgot, and right there that I forgot. And then I think that'll do it. Oh, nope, it's not. Alright, that should be it as far as tooling goes. Now I'm going to let these dry up a little bit and then I'm going to hit them with some oil. All right.